Hello, my Chabo. This couple of days, this couple of few days, I've been talking about a lot of things from NEP to the gold standard. The reason why I briefly touch a bit of what happened in the past this recently is to let you know, at least let you know what happened and have an idea what is going on. Now, NEP is just solely within Malaysia. It's a Malaysia problem. I need somebody to intervene and to make good of the situations. This has been going on for more than 8 years. In fact, the NEP has been going on for more than 50 years, but I have been talking about this for almost 8 years, more aggressively in the recent year during COVID. You know, COVID nothing to do, so I spoken about it more aggressively. Now I was being attacked by Malay. I was also being attacked by Genting. I have to tell you, those from my uncle factions, including Lim Kyong Hui, Lim Kyong Han, and Lim Kyong Lui, they has been attacking me, including their sister, which I do not know them, but I know some of them are actually from Genting, including the old lady from Chowket also attacking me. So they asked me to not to talk about NEP anymore, the new economy policy. Of course, other than the NEP, actually what I have been spoken about is actually wider than NEP. It actually encompasses the religion of Islam. But I personally have no problem with the religion of Islam. I'm okay with Islam. If the Muslim want to pray their God, is up to them. It is their freedom of religion to pray, but it shall not be used Islam as a tools to loot others people money, to rob others people money. So it also have been spelled out very clearly in the constitutions, whether it's Article 11 bracket 2 or many of the articles in the constitution that guarantee freedom of religion, not only Islam but also others people. And what happened in Malaysia is actually beyond the empowerment by the constitutions. Even they call it a special privileges under Article 153. It's only limited to certain areas such as scholarship, public recruitment, and so on. It does not encroach into shareholdings and all that. So, which is actually a deviation from the constitution. It's actually a violation of the constitutions. And I want to talk a little bit about the Prince William things. Is that I will raise out NEP issues to the US initially, but US did not respond to me. Obama did came to me. Did came actually. He met me in this somewhere near, just right in front of the Kappa Singh office in Pudu. That was in Pudu, and then soon after that, I think he talked a bit about NEP in Putrajaya, urging the government to stop the systematic marginalizations of the minority. But it does not take any actions, the real action that will make Malaysia government change their mind. So that was Obama, and then subsequently, I also wrote to many others U.S. government, because subsequently after Obama, there are others presidents, Trump also, including Trump, but not as details, because actually back then I know I cannot write too details, because whatever I wrote in my phone, through my phone, and whatever iPad or whatever pad, is actually under Malaysia government surveillance. They actually has some sort of devices that probe into, or I would call it a backdoor technology that spy on my phone. So whatever email I send out, they know what are the email that I send out to anybody, anybody at all. So I actually limited by, my privacy is actually not secure. That's why I intend to get out of Malaysia. Then only I do a proper writing up. So that's why I flee Malaysia to other country previously. That was before COVID, and then after COVID, I try not to go back Malaysia. But I do not have any documents. That was in Hong Kong actually, and I was being forced to go back, and no choice. I went to Singapore, and then Singapore also closed door. I have no choice to go. And then only they kicked me to Malaysia. So that was the story. Throughout all this year, my parents, both my parents did not appear to me. Even I think during before COVID time, my mother appeared, but at my back. I did not know her actually. I did not know her. I did not know her existence. In fact, I know her. I know. I only know her as an admin manager in a company called Xiaxiong where I worked before. I think 2 weeks only. 1 month plus 2 weeks. I think 1.5 month. Because this guy called Lim Yi Seng, the Lim Yi Seng, which is the one that I interviewed me, asked me to resign. So I have no choice, have to resign. The boss asked me to resign, I have to resign. So there are many controversial things. The problem is with my mother. My mother dare not talk openly. That's why there's a problem. The communists have a huge problem where they are unable to talk openly, straightforward. They are not able to talk straightforward. They are not able to talk in a transparent manner. Everything they hide and seek and do all the donkey things, hanky panky. That's what they like. So that is the problem. I did not know. I did not know the company. What is the company background or what? I do not know who is my mother actually. Despite she's in front of me, I only came to know about her in the year 2022, and also that was a year. I believe that was the year I was being imprisoned for fleeing Malaysia to Thailand. And subsequently now, this time around, the things getting worse because my mother actually, thereafter that, my mother actually looked in the British royalty, the British monarch, including actually before that was Queen Elizabeth, and then she also looked in when I was in prison. Actually, that was a time when I was my prison. I believe I remember the I think the first few days, the second or third day when I was in the prison in Thailand, that was the coronation of King Charles. That was a day of coronation date of King Charles, and I saw it on the TV. I and also I think that is there are some problem with this uh, during that time because I was being forced to sign a lot of documents that I do not know in Thai language. Whatever it is, after I released, after was being released back to Malaysia, uh, more and more this British monarch, royalty members from Princess Anne, Prince William, and King Charles came to me, but none of them offer me a passport. Uh, there's a lot of things that I do not understand. First is what is the relationship between my mother and them? Why? How come my mother can bring them into Malaysia and met me, and why they do not provide me a passport? They can just provide me a British passport, and then I can exit Malaysia very easily without a problem. And then there was so many bloodshed going on in Malaysia. I was the victim most of the time. Now the thing with me is that I will not initiate any attack if you do not attack me. If you do not attack me, I will not attack you. That is my standard lah. That is me. If you do not attack me, I will not attack you. And what happened is that it seems like the British royalty, I do not know why they keep on asking money from me. Keep on asking things from Camilla, from Queen Camilla to Prince Charles. They keep on asking things from me, despite I'm actually raising up the NEP issues, actually a public issues. It's not my personal issue. Now NEP, when I advocate, when I advocate to repel the NEP or to remove the NEP from the Malaysian government, it is a public matter. I'm doing a public a favor. Despite I never get anything from the public, not even my own inheritance, not even my private matter. My private matter means my personal matter with my personal inheritance matter. Not even my personal matter uh, is resolved in Malaysia, where by right, if according to the law, this Lim Kok Tai supposed to pay me according to the trust. Actually, according to the law of contract, if he is a trustee of the will of the inheritance, then he has to expediently or diligently conduct his duty as a trustee to disperse the money whichever amount that is calculated from the formula my grandfather and grandmother inherited to me, but she did not do that. I believe she's trying to cheat my money by deploying all sort of tactics in order to cheat my money, including invite me to be his son-in-law. I do not know her. I do not know his daughter, and surely I'm not interested to marry his daughter. Definitely, I do not. I am not interested in. I will not accept arranged marriage. Now back to the Prince William. I do not have money to give to the Prince William or King Charles or whoever for the matter. I merely advocate for NEP using my own effort, my own resources, which is just a phone. Which is just a phone. Actually, not this phone. The previous phone, Oppo. But my little daughter Yu Tong stepped on the phone and spoiled it already. So now I'm using Redmi. Redmi is another Chinese phone. Just using a phone, I wrote to all the members of parliament. I wrote to government previously about NEP issues. They're supposed to resolve it, and I raised it to the British, the UK side. They're supposed to have a look at it. What is the issues, and if they do not understand what are the issues, they can come to me and I can brief them. What are the issues? It is very clear written in a letter. They can have a look at it. If they do not read English, they can tell me and I can brief them personally. I can list out what are the persecution and what are the violation of the constitution law by the Malaysian government, clause by clause. Not a problem, article by article. But instead, I believe they only come and ask for money. They just want money from me. So it's no different with the Sultan. The Malay Sultan only want money from me. Now I have to state this again and again. I'm not a criminal here. I did not commit any crime. Okay, I'm actually, uh, I'm actually voicing out. I'm actually advocate for human right and democracy for Malaysia, and also point out what are the problems, what are the violations committed by the Malaysia government is the perpetrator. I am the victim. In this case, I'm the plaintiff. They are the they're supposed to be a defendant if this is a court setting. But it is quite impossible to sue the Malaysia government, despite the constitution provide provide for the public to sue the federal government. It is provided for in the constitution's law, where the federal government can be sued. So, but the thing in Malaysia is that judiciary independence is almost non-existent. The public prosecutor is also work under the prime minister. So, in these circumstances, in this scenario, it is quite my effort fighting within Malaysia is definitely in vain. That's why I go for overseas. I go for US. I go for United Nations, and I went for this UK. In fact, I wrote to UK government, not the royalty. I do not know how it end up with the British royalty. And without money to bribe the Prince William, I have to. What I can do is that I told her I actually told him lah. I actually told him some of the things regarding the gold standard, and that could be very helpful if he can step in and help. But instead, this stupid Prince William, he leaked out to China, and I believe he got some medal out of it. Now, of course, nothing is free. If China gave him some medal, that means what he leaked out actually benefit to the China tremendously. So I do not know whether Prince William is born stupid or what, or trying intentionally trying to intentionally betray his country, as well as the NATO, their NATO close ally, which is the America, the US. Now, I cannot provide another solution on top of the solution being leaked out, because I believe if I were to provide another solution to this leak out, and then he will take granted for and again. These royalties people have never have any problem, have never faced any difficulties in meeting month end. They never work for people before. They never experience any suffering. They only enjoy life. They do not know where the money come from, despite they keep on asking money from people. That is not how they ask for money. They have to uh, they have to contribute something, in order to get something out of it. Nothing is really free. Probably for the British monarch, they have not worked before. They have not really understand the value of money or how the money derive. They just simply ask money from people. That's not how it works. So I cannot really provide another solution on top of this, because when it was being leaked out, the whole world know about this. The solutions become uh, the solution become not viable, not feasible anymore. And I believe he do not know what is the consequences, what are the repercussions of simply leak out like this. And not only he do not know, I probably he also instruct his probably cousin or what. There's a British officer I met in SS Hotel, Jalan Melaba, Kampong Melaba. I believe this bunch of people, this bunch of British people, including the JCB daughter, I think was there also. I think they were being sent by the British royalty to prod me as well as to frame me. What they told me is that they asked me to come to Thailand and then to get girlfriend, and then they say they will ultimately help me to get rid of the girlfriend. Now that is not how it works. I immediately I know they are trying to frame me. They are trying to set trap uh, in order to frame me. Now I am never dating any Thai girl before, despite I come to Thailand many times. I think Thailand is the most frequent country I visited other after Singapore. Singapore is because I need to work in Singapore, and because I have relative in Singapore. That's why I go to Singapore very often. But other than Singapore, I think Thailand is the next country that I come very often. But I never have any girlfriend in Thailand. The suggestion they suggest me or they ask me to do is insane. They want me to have Thai girlfriend, and then to uh, to fuck the girlfriend, and then impregnate the girlfriend, and then they will come to then only they'll come to rescue me. They say then only they'll come to rescue me and bring me to UK, and they will help me to abolish the child in this woman, the Thai woman. So what they are trying to say is insane. They basically ask me to commit a crime, to impregnate a Thai woman, and then they will go and abolish the child. So basically, they are telling me they are going to kill my children in the Thai girlfriend womb. This is insane. I think what the British government, what the British officers suggested is very insane. It does not make any sense at all. What they are trying to say is a crime. I believe there is no humanity in the West anymore. In fact, there are so many things that I can point out from King Leopold to the colonization of the British that left so many blood mark, so many dead toll along the British Empire. But what I do not understand is in Malaya, where the Malay refused to work for them. Actually, in fact, the first British officer who came was Sir Raffles Thomas. Sir Raffles Thomas came to Singapore. He went to Singapore, and then they came to Malaya and asked the Malay to work for them. But the Malay refused to work. And in fact, the Malay not refused to work, but most of the Malay are unable to work for them. The Malay are either too lazy to work for them, or they're just simply too dumb, too stupid to work for them. Because they're asking the Malay to do mining, to do processing, factory works where the Malay are unable to do. Malay lifestyle is relaxed, they are very relaxed type of lifestyle. They do fishing, all that. That is the lifestyle of a Malay. They are not as hardworking and smart as the Chinese or the Indian. And it was the British who brought Chinese and Indian, who brought Chinese from China and India from India, Indian from India to work in Malaya. And now, when they grant independent to Malaya, they putting clauses, putting so many articles that is not favorable to the person, to the people that actually work for them, that make their industrializations fruitful, make their industrialization successful. It was the Chinese who do mining, the tin mining, and it was the Indian who work on a rubber estate so that their automobile, the car industry can thrive. It was not the Malay, it was the Chinese and Indian. But it turned out not only they refused to help the Chinese and Indian, but they also refuse now, even until now, when even the constitution that jointly established by the British was being violated, but they are not stepping in to mend the problem. Not only not coming to help, never mind, they are still asking money from me. I am a nobody. I do not have any business in Malaysia. Even my own inheritance are not able to get and not able to access into my own inheritance. And I'm doing something for the public. Okay, I'm not getting a single cent from the public. Nobody pay me anything. And in Malaysia, it's a very controversial country where most of the people they only take care of themselves, are very selfish, and they will betray anyone for their own benefit. So actually, I have no way to turn to. Even the minority. I think most of the Chinese, you can just bribe them with a few $1,000s of or something. They will easily be bribed, very easily corrupted. That is a problem of a developing country. So I'm very helpless right now. Actually, I'm very helpless. And in fact, the gold standard matter actually can benefit the world. I do not know why Prince William, a prince in the West, a prince in the UK can be as stupid as that. I do not know. I don't think he can be a king. I think the Western country is in regressions. The white people, the so-called white people, are in regressions. Whether in terms of their thinking ability or their integrity. Uh, Even Antonio Guterres, the General Secretary of the United Nations, came and attacked me in MBK. MBK is in Bangkok, in the city center Bangkok. He came and attacked me. I think stabbed me with something from my back. So that is the kind of things that I experienced. I believe the reason why is because Lim Kok Tai made some huge sum of donation to the United Nations. So that is a problem of the West, the fascism and also the narcissism in which they think the white race is superior. I do not know in this era if they still think like that. It's very hopeless. And also the fascism in the way that they think their way is the only way, and Asians or African or any other races will not come up with better solution or what, I do not know. So probably that is how they think. I do not know. For the America, I have always very fond of the American constitutions, the liberty and also the freedom guaranteed under the constitutions. But again, I do not know whether the America will be also like the Malaysia or not. The Malaysia, they have a set of constitution law, but they never follow. So I really do not know what is the situation right now. Now, President Trump also came and attacked me, but it was very ruthless. I'm not sure whether he was being cheated or not. If he was being cheated, and as a result he came and attacked me, I hope he can come and clarify, to explain to me what actually happened. If he can give me a valid explanations and to take necessary actions to compensate or to at least let me know what were the problem, what make him shoot me in the head, on my head. So I demand explanations from him. We can sit down and talk, not a problem. And of course, any matter we can sit down and talk. But I have to also tell the America very clearly that I do not owe America anything. I do not work for the America public sector. Even if I go to America, I will be working in the private sector, not the public sector. I do not owe public anything, and so I really do not know what happened. What happened behind the scene. So that is what I have to tell. What I have to say lah.